There we go. All right. Cool. So we'll get started as usual. I will tune in and then I will present the class. All right, lovely. Just come and close your eyes. Just let your hands rest on the legs. And start by sending your energy down towards the sit bones, towards the floor. Allowing yourself to arrive, to stop, to arrive in this moment, to arrive in your body. Checking in with yourself. How are you feeling right now? Physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically. And take a deep breath in and out. Slow, long exhale. One more deep breath in through the nose. Letting the belly expand, let the rib cage expand. And exhaling. Allowing yourself to relax. You can just briefly check in with your posture and sense if your shoulders are sort of stacked above the hips, chin is tucked in slightly to create a lengthened neck. And then rub the palms in front of the chest. Breath in. And breath out. Pressing the palms together. Sorry, bringing them to the chest. Excuse me. And let's take one more cleansing breath. I'm going to tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times, followed by the Mangalacharan mantra, Adgire Name, Jugadgire Name, Satgire Name, Siri Gurudeve Name 3 times as well. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name, Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name, Adgure Name, Jugadgure Name, Satgure Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Breathe in. Hold the breath, staying present with yourself, with your own experience, tuning in, and then exhaling, dropping the hands down, and open your eyes. So, excuse me. So today we are doing a kriya on it's on metabolism and relaxation. So it's um, uh, it's meant to bring well, so it works on the glandular system, and this is how it works on the metabolism, sort of like flushing the glandular glandular system. That's a difficult word. um and so sort of like gets the blood flowing and moving and activating the metabolism. And um meanwhile also working on or inviting relaxation into the body. So with this cleansing, we get a sense of slowing down, calming down the body and relaxing. And also it's a sort of a mix of exercises. So both exercises that are very relaxing in themselves, and also a bit of physical work as well. And then we will finish with a meditation, and I will introduce the meditation when we get to it. So I was thinking we're actually going to start with some warm-ups, just a couple. So we're going to come to our hands and knees, all fours, and we're just going to start with doing some cat-cow, get some movement into the spine. So we're going to breathe in, arching the back slightly, bringing the shoulders back, chest forward a little bit, raising the head, and breathing out, rounding the back, pulling the navel in towards the spine, and then inhaling, coming back to cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. At whatever pace feels nice for you. And on your breath, you can keep sat nam on your breath. So inhaling sat, exhaling nam, sat nam, sat nam, sat nam, and staying conscious about pulling the navel in towards the spine as you're rounding the back. And that's to activate the core muscles as well. Eyes are closed. Focus at the third eye point between the eyebrows. And continue, keep moving. At your own pace. Eyes are closed, staying with yourself, with your own experience. Creating some blood flow, some heat, some movement in the spine and around it. Lovely. And then inhaling, coming to center. And as you exhale, you can bring your hips back towards your heels. Arms are stretched out in front, and just bringing your head down towards the floor. Stretching out the back in child's pose. And if you can't bring your head down towards the floor, you can always keep your hips high and then put the forehead onto the floor. Arms are stretching up and away from the head. And gently stretching out the muscles. You can take a deep breath in and really expand your lungs into the back. Send the breath all the way up into the upper back. And releasing out. Beautiful. And from here, lift your gaze, breathing in. I'm going to come back into a all fours. And just for a moment, we're going to tuck our toes under. And then just send the hips up towards the ceiling. And come into a downward facing dog. So we're pressing the palms into the mat. Pulling the navel in towards the spine. Keeping the head in line with the arms. You can keep your knees bent, or if you want to stretch them out fully, you can do so. If you want to just keep a nice, gentle bend, and then keeping the hips high. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here as well. Enjoying the stretch on the back. Maybe you want to pedal your feet. Stretch one leg out at a time. And then on an exhale, just lower your knees back down towards the mat. And come back to seated. And we will sit on our heels. I'm going to start with the Kriya. So we're going to sit on our heels, and we're going to be doing an arm pump. So we're going to put our hands into Venus lock. So just interlaced fingers. And I'm going to sit here stretched out from the shoulders, breathing in. Holding the breath in, we're going to pump the arms up and down 3 times. And then when they're in front of us for the 3rd time, exhaling again. And then breathing in again, holding the breath, pumping the arms 3 times, and then exhaling. And that's all we're doing. You can close your eyes, focus at the 3rd eye point, and just move at your own pace, at your own time. And inhaling, holding the breath, and then pumping the arms 3 times up and down, up over the head and down in front of the shoulders. And then on the 3rd time, exhaling. And you can continue. working on the thyroid and the parathyroid glands with this exercise. Thyroid sits in the throat. Well, both of them sit in the throat, actually. And then on your next exhale, we'll continue doing the same thing, but we're going to be inhaling. And then instead of pumping 3 times, we're going to pump 10 times. And then exhaling. And you can continue moving as fast as you can. And as usual, the eyes are closed, focused at the third eye point. Just 20 more seconds here. Stay with it. Stay present. And then inhale. And exhale. And release the arms down. We're going to move straight into the next one. So we're going to be lying on our back for this one. And we're going to start with the left leg, but we're going to be lying on our backs. Again with the Venus lock. So just interlacing the fingers behind the head. You can rest the head down and then just lifting the left leg. So let me see if it actually says exactly how. About 2 feet above the floor. And we're just doing long, deep breathing here. And that is all we're doing. And you can begin. Just keeping the arms behind the, behind the neck, and then pointing the toes, long, deep breathing. And if you ever need to take a break and bring the leg down for a moment, that's fine. Stay with it for as much as you can, keeping the focus at the third eye point through closed eyes, sticking with the breath, sat nam. Inhaling sat, exhaling nam. So this one works on the navel point, our power center. Also works on the digestion. And we have 20 more seconds here. And inhale. And exhale, bring the leg down. And take a moment to relax. Just relaxing on your back for a moment. Recovering a little bit, and then we lift the right leg. Inhaling, lifting the right leg, pointing the toes, and breathing here. Long, deep breathing. Staying with the mantra again. Inhaling sat. Exhaling nam. Continuing to remember to point the toes. We're almost there. And inhale. And exhale, bring the leg down. Release the hands. And again, just come into a brief relaxation. Allow the muscles to release down into the floor. And then when you're ready, you come back up, just rolling over to one side and helping yourself up, or rocking back and forth to come back up to the seated position. And we're going to sit in easy pose. And we're going to do some pranayama here. So we're going to begin by simply closing off the right nostril with our right thumb. Doing long, deep breathing through our left nostril. You can just let your other hand relax on the arm, on the leg, or if you want to, you can keep your hand in the left hand in Gyan Mudra. And just close your eyes. Long, deep breathing through the left nostril. Again, keeping Satnam on the breath. Allowing yourself to stay present with your own experience. And on the next inhale, we're going to be closing off next exhale, going to close off the left nostril with our index finger. So just moving from the thumb holding the right nostril to pressing the left nostril with the index finger of the right hand, and then breathing, doing the same thing, long deep breathing through the right nostril now. And keep going, staying with Satnam. So this whole pranayama series works to connect the two hemispheres of the brain, aids in their interaction. Also works on the glands in the head, in the brain, so the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. So now we're going to keep inhaling through the right. But as we go to exhale, we'll close off the right nostril and breathe out through the left instead. And then as we breathe in, we close off the left again and inhale through the right. So we inhale through the right, exhale through the left. Continue with the long, deep breathing. In through the right, out through the left. And now we're going to move into a breath of fire. So if you are on the first few days of your cycle, you can just continue with the long, deep breathing. Otherwise, we're going to do breath of fire, inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right. So at whatever pace works for you. Breath of fire is a powerful, forceful breath. In through the left, out through the right. Sticking with Satnam. You continue for another 30 seconds. And quickly, we're going to change hands. And we're going to continue. Going to breathe in through the right, out through the left. So continue with breath of fire. In through the right, out through the left. Now using the left hand instead of the right. And keep going. Continuing to stay with Satnam. Using the navel to push the air out on the exhale. 30 more seconds here. And then inhale through both nostrils. A deep inhale, and then suspend the breath, focusing at the third eye point, pulling the navel in towards the spine. And then slowly releasing the breath. And just take a moment here, eyes closed. Just feel into the effects of the pranayama. And and then we're going to come into our next exercise, which is a one that has a little bit of a bad rep in Kundalini yoga. It's called stretch pose. Just do best as you can. But we're going to be lying on our backs. It looks like this. We're lying on our backs. We're stretching our arms along with the side of the body, well, a little bit above. We're going to be lifting our feet off the floor and lifting our chest up off the floor, looking down towards our feet. And then here we do breath of fire. So if you are on the first few days of your cycle, just do long, deep breathing. And also, if we feel like we're getting tired, we can either just like bring one leg down at a time to support ourselves, alternate the legs. Or if you really need to take a break and come back to it, you can do that as well. And really helpful is to think that you're lifting from the middle of your chest as you lift up. And we will only be here for a short time. And take a breath in, and then lift up and breath of fire. And continue. This one really works on the navel point. Ten more seconds here. And then inhale, hold. And exhale, come down and relax for a moment here. Just relaxing all the muscles, catching your breath. Taking a few deep breaths here. And then once again, we're going to be on our backs, so staying where you are. We're going to lift our knees into the chest and lifting the head into towards the knees. We're sort of like just hugging the knees, bringing the head in, and then here as well, breath of fire. Unless you are pregnant or on the first few days of your cycle, just do long deep breathing and you can begin. Eyes closed, focus at the third eye point. Really building a lot of energy in the third chakra. Keep going. This one as well works on the thyroid and it opens up the sacral area as well. Just 15 more seconds here. And then inhale and exhale. Come down and we're going to come straight up. So either rocking back and forth or coming over to one side and helping yourself up. Straight away, we're going to come into the next posture, which is life nerve stretch, stretching the legs out in front of you, grabbing hold of the big toe with your index finger, long finger, and then pressing with the thumb onto the toenail. And here, long deep breathing with a straight back first. And then you can just draw your elbows down towards the floor, keeping a long back, long neck. Pressing onto the toenail. Eyes closed, focused at the third eye point. And just doing long deep breathing here. Stretching out the spine. And stretching out the sciatic nerve, which is called the life nerve in Kundalini Yoga. Remembering Satnam on the breath. Staying with the breath. Continuing to press onto the big toenail, which is a pressure point where we have a few different meridians coming onto the big toe. And then take a breath in and raise the head up, lengthening, stretching, straightening the back, and then come up to seated. And we're going to come onto our backs once more. Last exercise. We're going to do another variation of stretch pose. It's not the same one. We're going to be on our backs and we're just going to lift our head up this time. So not as tiring, keeping the eyes closed. So focus at the third eye point. And once again, we're going to do breath of fire. And you can begin lifting the head and then arms are stretched out along the body, but the legs are just stretched out in front of you on the floor. Staying with the breath. Ten more seconds. And then inhale. And exhale, relax down. And now just stay on your back, relaxing the body fully, allowing the palms to face up towards the ceiling. Fully relaxing all of the muscles. Releasing the neck, releasing the jaw. Checking in if there is anywhere in your body where you're feeling any tension. You can do a little body scan, just checking in. Are there any muscles still holding on? And if so, simply allow them to release fully. Allow the floor to hold you. And come into a deep relaxation here. Stay lying down. Just stay relaxed. Connecting to your body, connecting to your breath. and lying on the floor. And now let's take a breath in. Start wiggling hands, fingers, and toes. Stretch your arms overhead. And then on an exhale, bring your knees into your chest, rock side to side. We'll take a quick cat stretch here. So we'll stretch down the left leg, bring the right leg over towards the left. Right arm comes out behind you. Right knee and leg are coming over towards the left, taking a twist here. And on an exhale, coming back to center. Bringing the left leg up, stretching out the right leg. Bringing the left leg over towards the right. Left arm comes out behind you. Same stretch on the other side. And on an exhale, coming back. And rock side to side, massaging the back, and then let's come up to seated for a very quick meditation before we end. So rocking either back and forth to come up or coming over to one side. And we're going to come straight onto our knees in rock pose. We're going to bring our right arm on top, our left at the bottom in line with the shoulders. We're going to push the arms together and stretching our spine upwards, keeping the eyes closed, focused at the third eye point. And breathe here. Pressing the arms into one another to create tension. Looking up at the third eye point. Allowing the spine to be long. And drawing up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, hold the breath, looking up at the third eye point, pulling the navel in towards the spine, applying more bond. And then breathing out, relaxing the arms down and keeping your eyes closed, just resting your arms, your hands onto your legs for a moment. This is the rejuvenating meditation to make you sattvic. And sattvic means to be in lightness, to be in sort of like a godliness. It's a lot to say about what sattvic or sattva means. Got many different places in yogic tradition. It's sort of like the highest state that we can be in as a human being. Beautiful. And we're gonna tune out, so you can stay seated in rock pose if you want to. If you want to change into easy pose, you can do so. And gonna rub our palms together. Inhale. And exhale. Press your palms together. Bring the hands to the chest. Lengthening the spine. And let's tune out with long time sun and 3 long sat nounds. Breathe in to sing. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Nam. 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 Sat Nam. Bring your hands up to the third eye and take a bow. Mm. Mm. Lovely. Thank you for being here, and thank you to those of you who are watching this on YouTube. Also wanted to mention, actually, to those of you who are watching the recording, that I am opening up these classes on a pay what you can basis. So if you would like to join live, just send me a message on Instagram or on my website. You can send me an email and I'll add you to the mailing list for the class and also payment details for that. Cool, lovely. Thank you. I'm gonna stop recording.